Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Okay, I'm still trying to get this together over here. Anywho, all right, so we are on part 2 of our walk for today. Let me go ahead and push live on here because we are live on both TikTok and YouTube. So we are back walking and talking and reading our book, or we're not going to be reading, we're listening to our book. Okay. Um, yes. Hey, girl. Hey. Hello, lovely people in the chat over here. Okay, so I'm looking at both screens because we are live on YouTube walking, as well as we are here on TikTok walking. Hola, honey. Hola, hola, hello. Okay, so we started off early this morning walking at 6:20 a.m. and got in our 3 miles. Okay. But that does not stop us from continuing to walk another 3 miles. Okay. So that's the goal, is to get in we're going to have 6 miles in. Good evening, my lady. Okay. So as promised, I wrote a little note here that yes. Oh, you know what? You can help me out. Can't you put in the chat your event? Like the link, how you were telling me that the link is in there. Are you able to put it in the chat? Because that would be very helpful. So we have a lovely lady. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay. So if you're wondering why I'm looking back and forth like that, is because, as I said, we're not alone. We're on YouTube walking, as we have been for, excuse me, pay me no mind, 14 days straight. We've been walking in the mornings at that schedule. But this week we started working. I don't think you can copy and paste. Well, girl, try. Just try and see if it'll work. I don't know. Okay. Because I'm new here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. I'm trying to figure it out as I go along. But try and see. In that way, at least, you'll have it down there. But either way, you can drop all the information while we're walking so that people who are coming in can see it, but I will mention it as well. So we have a wonderful friend who is inviting all of you singles, you single lady who's going to be sitting on the couch tomorrow, wishing you were out on a date, even though I have been encouraging you to get your ass off that couch and go on a date by your damn self. But if you are feeling like you want to be in the mood for love and play some lovers games and speed dating. Okay, speed dating for 35 plus for singles. Now, I can come and enjoy the laughs, but as you know, I myself am married, so I will not be doing nobody's speed dating. Okay. However, you all have been given a cordial invite to come ready, red lip popping, eyebrows. They don't have to be matching because mine never do. Okay, but you can be on time for their party. It is at 8 Eastern, correct? And all you got to do is go over to, so it's 2 people now. You can spell her name. It is Nudgey. And then the other lady, who is a lovely lady, but it's a whole panel of them. I can't remember everybody, but there's Corporate America, except she spells it like Erica on the end. So creative. So anyway, you can go on there, and at 8 p.m. Eastern, there you go. See, put your info out there, girl. You can go speed dating and play lovers games with them. Okay. If you ain't got nothing to do, go on and show up. Or if you got a friend who needs to be, in the love market, then you see I'm beeping it up. Hey, girl, how are you? Okay, I know people probably like, who the hell is she talking to? Okay, so that yes, I have my little background up, but baby, I'm in the closet. That is where it goes down. I'm down here in the closet. I'm on YouTube live walking, as well as over here on TikTok at the same damn time. Okay, so I know that you guys don't want to hear me talk, and I have already been saying I'm going to start trying to keep it down as far as me talking to about a good 5-6 minutes, just to kind of let you know what's going on in here. I hope that everybody has had a great day. If you didn't already hear me tell you, sis, happy happy, happy Galentine's Day, girl. Happy Galentine's Day to everybody. Okay, so I'm sending you love, roses, gift cards, money, everything your way. Okay, just receive it, honey. Put your hand out. Okay, so happy Galentine's Day. Okay. If you haven't done so already, find time to do something good for you. Okay. I already went over all the rules earlier in regards to what we're not going to be doing. So if you get that midnight message, or you wake up in the morning and you have a message and it says WYD or HYD, can I take you out on Saturday? We already went over who that is. Side Chick Sally, Saturday. Absolutely not. Okay, not when the flowers is 90% in the food in girl bye. Okay, no, the flowers are welted 90%. Absolutely not. Okay, if you get a same day, oh, you know what? I've been meaning to call you. I've been meaning to text you. What you doing tomorrow? This is for tomorrow. No, they wasn't. Okay, because if they made a reservation, that reservation been booked. She said no because she's going with her husband or someone else better, and now you are second, third, fourth, fifth runner up. You ain't got time for that. Stay ass home. Okay. Don't even respond to that. That's what we're not doing in 2025. Okay. So that is my message for the day. Love you first. Okay. And I do want to address one thing. Okay. Y'all probably like, oh my gosh, she said 5 minutes. We just want to hit a sword. Okay. Yes. I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes. All right. I'm giving myself an extension. Listen. Because y'all know I'm new here and I really don't really know how to work everything, like even a little bit. I'm just trying to figure it out. But okay. And I'm watching your chatting and I'm watching here. I would love to get your response on this. Okay. So would you agree or disagree that most times people on the internet regarding their profiles usually show their best self? They dig out their best pictures. They will even go as far as to go back 20 years and put that as their profile picture because they just want to show you their best. Isn't that normal? Would we agree or not agree? Look at me. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm agreeing for y'all. Okay. Oh, she said they do. Yes, they do. Everybody said yes. Okay, great. I'm so glad that we're on the same page. All right. Because this segues right into something. So me personally, not on Amazon, not on nothing. I am not the person who likes to leave a comment, especially if it's some shit that I could just keep to myself. That's just me. If it's positive, I'll go ahead and say something. But for the most part, if it's like being negative and Nancy, I just don't do it. That's just me. So what I don't understand is on my forum, where every little thing that you see on there is encouraging women, what I'm having a hard time understanding is why am I getting stupid messages from men? Okay, so we have a current message. I wish I could remember it, that says, not long after I put a post up and I said, you know what? Wait on God, sis. Wait on God. It is okay to be single. Be single. If it's going to stop you from chasing a man or chasing love is what I wrote. Chasing love. Because that just doesn't make sense. Just be you, be pouring into yourself, making yourself look good, having that skinning, bodying like what we're doing now for ourselves. We're doing this, right? And then the things will, everything will align. That's why we're working on being our best selves, right? Because then when he shows up, hopefully he's getting his shit together over there too. And then stars will align. Great. And then the next thing you know, you have a Mr. Dr. Green. Okay, look, right. Okay. But anyway, all right. So with that said, I'm having a hard time with that because why the fuck would you come on my page and write a message about, first of all, you need to stop listening to false preachers because God ain't no matchmaker. All right? Right? So, I instantly went over there to take a little view and immediately I was taken back to my childhood right off of Sesame Street. It was Oscar. The one who used to live in a trash can? You remember. Come on. Don't do that. All right. He was there. It was a real live Oscar. Okay. Except, you know how I've been practicing for like March 14th, because that's supposed to be, men's Valentine's Day. We're supposed to be getting steak and face. And I've been doing all my mouth exercises and everything. It looks like he's been doing his mouth exercises with a bag of flour, but he was the one to make that message. And like for me, the fact that you are like clearly giving over 50 and you haven't got the concept of even putting Vaseline around your lips, because it's something about some ashy ass lips that I just can't get with. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's a child. That is one of my hugest pet peeves. Okay. Especially if you have full lips. Like you're absolutely not. That's just really. So yeah, he was looking a hot mess. And I thought to myself, wow, if every one of your pictures look like you literally are giving Oscar, you live in a garbage can. You look like trash. You look like you smell like trash. And I'm serious. I'm not even exaggerating. You look dirty looking. And that's what you put out for the world to see. I can't, if I'm a guess, this is your best. Just like, so you know what? You know what I did? Of course, you know what I did. I absolutely did not respond. Because that's what we don't do. Clearly, you want somebody to come and take out the trash. And me, myself, am a lot of things. But I'm not a trash man. Okay? Not at all. So I don't take out the garbage. So therefore, no response. You want some attention. And you're not getting it from me. But I'm just, was wondering about that because it's something that I've been noticing. I just don't get it. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and get into our story. Thank you so much for showing up. The goal is for us to get these miles in, baby. You will be seeing me sweating like hell here shortly, but that's what I came to do. Okay. So the story is called Someone's Wife. I don't know if we're still on chapter 11 because I didn't update it. But yeah, we're going to be listening to the story. And then, I'll cut it and, we can, if you want to put up something in the chat, whatever like that, while she's talking, feel free. Okay, where are we? We are now we're actually on chapter 13 now. Okay, so this morning we were on chapter 11. So that's not accurate, but it's okay. We're on chapter 13. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Speakers on. It should play fine. Let's see. Hold on.
Our daughter at all cost. Although she was 19 and entering adulthood, we were still going to need to effectively co-parent through this ordeal. We all would need guidance through this reckoning, but especially Shiloh.
Can you hear?
Joined them on the bed as she fell into my bosom as I caressed her tresses. Shy. People make mistakes all the time. Not perfect. Daddy is not perfect.
Okay.
But he's still your dad and loves you very much. My relationship with him doesn't dictate yours. Okay? Assured her, stroking the loose curls that sprang from her ponytail. You have any idea how embarrassing this is? How irresponsible? She shook her head in disbelief. Shy. Baby girl, I am so sorry. We will fix this. I will fix this. Quentin held her hand, preventing her departure. Shiloh glared at her dad, then turned to me. You guys getting a divorce? Shiloh questioned. Yes, I said with certainty. No, Quentin declared. Our voices rang in unison, but our words discorded conflict. Nothing has been decided, Shiloh. Mommy and I have a lot to discuss. It's going to take some time. Quentin kissed her cheek. He spoke as if he was the decision maker. My mind was made up. The coach and Dr. Holliday's reign had expired. I didn't give a shit what the people would say. Would I be embarrassed? Yes. But did I care? No. My self-care and self-worth were the most valuable commodities to me. I couldn't keep functioning in this falsified bubble. I wanted my freedom, liberation, my damn peace. Can't do this right now. I'm going back to my dorm. Daddy, please don't call me 1,000 times. I promise you we will talk, but not right now. I can't even look at you right now. Shiloh stood from the bed, wiping away tears. Mommy, where are you going? You going to be okay? She kneeled in front of me, tenderly placing her head in my lap. Quentin paced the room, watching me and Shiloh. The imagery of his two favorite girls, heartsick, killed Quentin. Rejection was written all over his face. I'm going to Aunt Maxie's. I'll be there until me and Daddy figure everything out, okay? Kiss the top of her head. Shiloh, look at me. We are going to be fine. Promise. I croaked, my voice quivering because this may have been the first time I lied to my daughter. I honestly didn't know how we were going to get through this. Quentin begged me to stay as he put my suitcase in the trunk of my car. He was crying, like sobbing real tears. I'd only seen this man cry twice, and that was when Shiloh was born, and when he tore his Achilles tendon in a race. I guess when you see your world crumbling right before your eyes, and you are the instigator, tears are inevitable. When I said goodbye to Quentin, I was saying farewell to the past 20 years of my life. I knew I'd never dance in the sunroom with him on a rainy night again, watch him run drills in the backyard with Shiloh, snuggle with Shy in her princess bed when she couldn't sleep, cook in the kitchen I designed, or write another book in my den. That broke my heart. Cried muted tears because the ache of making a sound was excruciating. Pulled into Maxie's driveway a little after 7 o'clock. Karan's car was already parked there. Pulling my suitcase out of the trunk, I heard the front door creak open of the refurbished 80-year-old home. She and Karan were standing in the doorway with their arms outstretched. My lips quivered as I approached them. Reaching the threshold, I dropped my bags and deafeningly bewailed, completely broke down as they slowly ushered me into the house. We perched on the couch, side by side, with me leaning against Karan's shoulder. Girls really came through for me. As I observed boxes of tissue, bottles of my favorite red wine, strawberry cheesecake, and Golden Girls playing on the television. We were prepared for a long night. Gemma, it's going to be okay. You'll figure everything out. Karan caressed my shoulder. Will I, Ronnie? I just lost my best friend. My identity as a wife is gone. I've been somebody's wife since I was 20 years old. What am I supposed to do now? Looks between my sister friends for answers. You're supposed to put one foot in front of the other and just live, Gemma, Maxie said. Find out who you are. Be free, spontaneous. Whatever the hell you want, she squealed with a tearful smile. You prayed for a sign, so here it is. Now, what are you going to do about it? Sulk? Be depressed and despondent? No, ma'am. You are motherfucking Dr. Gemma Warren Holiday.
Yes,
The world
girl.
is yours for the taking, boo. Karan expressively jeered. We boisterously guffawed because they knew I was a sucker for a good melodramatic moment. Maxie poured 3 glasses of red wine as we snuggled on the couch. They perched with me in silence until my crying ceased. I blew air through my lips, releasing a resounding exhale. Thank you. Love y'all. I sighed. Love you too, babe, Maxie said, while they both gave me one final firm squeeze. Now that you cried for a couple hours and we have that out of the way, Karan giddily interjected. Tell me, how did you get so lucky for the good doctor to whisk you away like Captain Saberho and sit you down properly? She snapped her fingers 3 times. What I want to know is, How is it that you've only had 2 dicks in your life and they have both been the best dicks in your life? Maxie was serious about her inquiry. Ew, one of those dicks is my dumbass brother. Can we not talk about that?
Right.
We cackled at Karan's apparent disgust. Seriously, Gemma, you don't have to share details. But did he do you right? Maxie asked. Nah, bitch. I want all the nasty details, Ronnie screeched. I shook my head, unable to control my laughter. Let's just say the good doctor had all hell breaking loose in my body. He triggered sensations in me that have been dormant for months. I visibly shivered, recollecting him. The scars? How did he? Maxie nervously asked,
He sucked.
knowing my self-consciousness about my breasts. I paused, considering his words. Beautiful, Jules. Thought they were perfect, I said, breathlessly, as a small smile curved the corners of my mouth. Okay. So, did you schedule another appointment, or will the good doctor be making house calls? Maxie squealed. I shook my head at her exaggerated tone. Yeah, because Dr. Green is like a can of Pringles, Karan confidently blurted. Me and Maxie scowled with confusion. Then she
It can't
continued.
just happen.
Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
Oh,
I fell out over Maxie's lap. Happy tears streamed down my blushed cheeks. I laughed so hard at her crazy ass. Once I caught my breath, I said, nah, Dr. Ezekiel Green is a drug. Shit, the worst kind. My ass would be completely addicted. Waking up insane every morning searching for my next hit. I gotta focus on me. I can't go there with him, not again. I squinted my eyes, nibbling the corner of my lip as a smidgen of sadness overcame me, reflecting on my first and last time with Ezekiel. I glanced down at my phone, furrowing at the name attached to the text message. I laughed at how he saved his number in my phone. The good Dr. Z. Hope you made it safely to your destination. Anytime you need a friend, a release, restoration, drop your location. Anytime, any place, day or night. And I'll be there. Night, Jules. Shit. I am in so much fucking trouble.
Peak. Blazing summer heat vanished to make room for the beauty of the colorful hues of autumn. I'd attended my first homecoming at an HBCU and survived unscathed. Barely. A sea of black people stretched for miles across Monroe University as I navigated the campus, journeying from one speaking engagement to the next. Women of every color of the melanated spectrum crossed my path, but I only craved one. I hadn't touched or tasted Gemma since that fateful night and morning after the fundraiser gala over 2 months ago.
2 months.
Keeping a professional distance from her had become increasingly more difficult the more we communicated. Our IG exchanges quickly elevated to text messaging, then phone calls, and now occasionally video chats. Selfishly, I was thankful that Gemma was still staying with Maxine. She had not returned home, but her marriage was never a discussion. It didn't need to be. Though a cloud of complexity circled us, our seamless, uncomplicated ability to connect
Welcome in.
maintained even after we fucked. Gemma willingly graced me with the most superb pussy I'd ever had, and a nigga was sprung. Even with the tumultuous night she had,
Go.
she slept so peacefully, and I hoped I had a little something to do with that. The significant planning and logistics leading into homecoming weekend honestly didn't allow any room for things to be awkward between us. We had a university to manage, and Dr. Holliday did not play when it came to her students, especially their experiences and safety during homecoming weekend. She knew every detail down to the minute, and I was impressed. I wasn't Z, and she wasn't Jules at those moments. We were two university leaders who believed failure was not an option. When the speeches and meetings with sponsors were complete, she transformed into the past homecoming queen sorority girl of Monroe University. Gemma gyrated her fat ass during a Greek stroll at the grown folks' day party and sexily puffed a cigar at the sip and smoke bonfire hosted by my fraternity. I've been discreetly observing her all night. Fitted distressed jeans, red shirt that dipped low in the back, and red patent stiletto heels accentuated every curve on her body. Her naked lips were plump and glorious. The fire engine red lipstick she wore had me ready to lick and suck that shit right off of her face. Her boisterous laugh and bright gleam had me ambling around mesmerized, erection on 10. Coach Holiday arrived at the venue. The bullshit immediately ensued. From a short distance, it was clear to me that she was attempting to avoid a scene, mouthing, "No, Q, we can talk later," as he firmly clutched her arm, aggressively whispering in her ear. Sister Karan even tried to make him stand down, but Quentin wasn't having it. He appeared drunk and ready to fuck shit up. I'm sure my base-filled interruption wasn't helpful, but I didn't give a shit because I too was prepared to fuck shit up if necessary. "Coach," my voice thundered behind him, but was hushed enough for his ears only. "Now here, man. Have eyes on you," I said, sliding my phone into my pocket before crossing my arms. Momentarily cut his eyes away from me to see the attention he was drawing. "I am speaking to my wife, Provost," Quentin slurred. "Now you're concerned. We're good, man," he said with a taut hold on her forearm and his hand fisted against her ass for emphasis. "I beg to differ. It's my job to be concerned about anything that goes on at this university, including her," I declared, my tone unintentionally possessive. "My entire staff and student community are my concern." Quentin's brows furrowed. "She's off the clock and don't have shit to do with you," he whisper-yelled, pointing a stern finger towards Gemma. "You've been at Monroe for like 2 seconds, so you still gotta earn your stripes around here, son. This is my university." He banged a fist to his chest. This man's ego was bruised, leading to self-destruction. I could only imagine how it felt to witness the woman you have loved most of your life, happy and whole, moving on without you. It was desperate. "And please stop this. You're embarrassing the both of us," Gemma pleaded, speaking through gritted teeth. "I need to talk to you, Jay. Come on, baby, please," he continued, slightly jerking her arm. He stood placid, but I sensed no fear, only agitation. I maintained eye contact with him, but addressed Gemma. "Dr. Holiday, are you okay?" Her eyes softened, indicating that she comprehended the compassion in my tone for her and the angst in my timbre for him. He nodded, then whimpered, "Fine. Thank you, Dr. Green. It's just a misunderstanding." Eyes wide with degradation lacing her beautiful face, she lowered her head. It took every bit of composure not to nudge her chin to lift her head up, catch her crown because it was slipping. This corny ass nigga was only concerned about that fake headpiece she wore earlier during the homecoming ceremony, but didn't give a damn about the literal crown, her self-esteem and reputation. She endeavored to pull away from his grasp, but he was unyielding. The longer we held the stare, the tighter his hold. "Please," she whispered, vainly prying his fingers away. Remained motionless, still staring at me. Brushed a hand down my beard to quell the irritation and fury I was experiencing. Emma was not mine, but I wanted to protect her. Beat the shit out of this punk-ass nigga, then snatch her up to come home with me. I was educated, polished, and professional, but a nigga was a thug. I wanted to beat the brakes off of his ass, but there was too much at stake for us all. Coach Holiday, would prefer not to involve campus security since you've been drinking. So I'm going to ask you, one time only, please release Dr. Holliday. Demeanor was eerily calm. You let her go. I'm calling Daddy and Mr. Warren. They are going to beat the shit out of you, boy, I heard Karan say, finally realizing that she'd been standing there the whole time, but I was so focused on Gemma. Clearly, the mention of their father and his father-in-law calmed him, and he relinquished Gemma's arm. She audibly exhaled, rapidly blinking to prevent the tears that threatened to release throughout this 15-minute ordeal. Jay, sorry. But inside, appearing to momentarily realize he'd messed this shit up again. She shook her head, tossing a hand up to cease any further words from him. I hate you, Quentin. Stay the hell away from me. Mahashli spat. Her eyes pooled with tears, but she refused to let them fall. She quickly trotted away with Karan and Maxine following her. Quentin watched, expression downcast, dejected. He quickly turned to me as if his joke was supposed to make me flinch. I lifted a brow, mutedly daring him to fuck with me. Let's get the hell out of here, Q, Assistant Coach Jamar said, guiding him by the shoulders. Give her time, man, he uttered. Then pounded a balled fist against his temple in angst before ambling away. I circled my eyes throughout the crowded bonfire in search of Gemma. Old school Jay-Z and Wu-Tang Clan boomed through the speakers as various lines of sorority and fraternity members danced and strolled. The uniquely familiar acoustics of George Clinton's Atomic Dog resounded, and I quickly moved out of the way of the dramatic hopping and flailing hooked arms of my frat brothers. Back in the day, I would have joined in, but today I had to be the astute university provost. Meandering through the crowd, I was still on the hunt for her. Emma was nowhere to be found. Need some space, I thought. DeGreen, can we get a picture, Fred? An older group of brothers asked me. Nodded and took the picture before joining their conversation. Damn, I wanted to text her and make sure she was good, but I knew I shouldn't. This shit with Gemma was ripping me to shreds. Our relationship, our friendship, lived and breathed in the confines of our phones, and unfortunately, that was no longer good enough for me. About an hour later, the bonfire was still going strong, but I said my goodbyes. My cell phone buzzed in my pocket as I slid into my truck. Booms. My big grown ass was blushing. I clicked to expand the screen and saw that she'd done exactly what I said. If you ever need to talk, need a friend, just drop your location and I'll be there. As my phone connected to the car, I clicked on the map to load the directions in my GPS. It was almost midnight, and she was about 30 minutes away, but I didn't care. I texted back, OMW, on my way. Didn't know where the hell the GPS was taking me. One dark gravel road followed by the next had my ass ready to quickly turn around. A black man traveling on the country roads of Missouri after midnight wouldn't end well. Okay. Finally, minimal beams of light appeared, directing my eyes towards an oversized boulder with the caverns etched onto the limestone surface. I drove another half mile before I reached one of the most beautiful sights I'd ever seen. Massive rock structures with hues of orange, red, and yellow surrounded a circular patch of bumpy pavement. Cars and trucks were aimlessly parked, while bunches of crowds formed throughout the space. Intense glare of the full moon offered the only gleam, except for the dull lights built into the artificial rocks sporadically positioned along the walkways. Parked my truck and texted Gemma, but after 5 minutes with no response, I decided to call just as she was calling me. I was tired and slightly annoyed by the obstacle course, and it showed in the ruggedness of my tenor. Here, I answered, offering no greeting. Hey, okay, where are you? Shit, I don't know. Near a tree, a rock? I have no clue. He chuckled. Is the pickup truck with the speakers to your left? Circled my head, noticing a tricked out all-black GMC Sierra with two monstrous-ass speakers on the truck bed, blasting music. Yeah. You behind a red Tesla? She continued to probe. Way more annoyed, I sighed. Mm-hmm. See you. Give me a second. I didn't hang up the phone, so I heard her say to someone, presumably her friends, I'll be back. Don't leave me. Continued to silently hold the phone until she came into view. When she saw my car, she disconnected our call. Couldn't see me because of the extra dark tint on my windows, but I could see her. Fresh-faced with a simple black maxi dress, denim jacket, red flip-flops, and a crown of curls sprouting from a colorful head wrap. She was stunning. Casual, relaxed Gemma was my favorite version. I opened my door to greet her, but before I could exit the car, she muttered, I'll get in. I eyed her rounding the front of my car. I had no clue what I was in store for tonight, but Gemma looked like she had some shit on her mind. She flashed a slight smile, sliding into the passenger seat and whispered, Hey, I replied. You came, she muffled. The inflection in her voice indicated surprise. I told you I would. My damn attitude was shitty, and I didn't fully understand why. Are you mad about something? She questioned. I shook my head. Just tired. Dr. Green, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have texted you. Dr. Green, I irritably queried, then lifted an eyebrow seeking understanding. We're on the clock now. Is this official university business or something else? I probed, turning in my seat to face her. Ezekiel, I shouldn't have asked you to come this late, she explained. You didn't ask, Jules. But I told you, drop your location and I'm there every time. Anytime, I confirmed. Emma meshed her lips into a tight line before biting the corner of her slightly more plump bottom lip. You okay? I asked, tightening my hands on the steering wheel to prevent from touching her. He nodded. Jules, that was a lot to deal with back there. Trust me, I've been in your shoes. You good? I asked again. You've been in my shoes. Pointed a finger to her chest. You care to share? She questioned, folding one leg under her body, positioning herself to face me. Answer my question first, I sternly requested. Emma leered, her frustration aimed at me. Her irritation with the direction of this conversation was evidenced by her creased temple. I'm not happy or sad. Embarrassed. Quentin feels backed into a corner. He unconsciously lashes out by doing stupid shit. I've seen this movie before, and I'm over it. I'm a shrug. Backed into a corner. How? It looked to me like he was the instigator, the aggressor. My brow furrowed because a part of me wanted that nigga to flex, so I could beat those red and white canes right off that punk-ass t-shirt he wore. Her eyes rolled, coupled with an exasperated sigh, as she stoically stared straight ahead. Lee Jules, I said, my own indignation building. Reached across the console and fingered her chin. Reluctantly, she focused those glorious orbs back on me. We talk about everything when we're on this phone. Texting, FaceTime, almost daily communication, other than when you decide you need a break. But you can't talk to me face to face about what I just witnessed. You're failing, Gemma. She audibly exhaled, resting her head against the gray leather rest. I'd begun to master every curve of her face, every joyful and disgruntled expression. This countenance, this was exhaustion and frustration. I filed for legal separation and now he's pissed, okay? She irritably blurted, tossing up one hand. He's playing games. Quentin won't sign the divorce papers because he knows I can't do anything until it's final. I filed for legal separation so maybe I can get a place without his involvement. But he knows I want to purchase a new house, rearrange investments. She paused for a heartbeat, shaking her head. Tears, just pure rage. Can't move on with my life. I need him to just let me go, she whimpered. Sorry, Gemma, I quickly muttered, and I meant it. I was disheartened to see her struggling with this. I said I understood. I wasn't just talking shit. Her situation bore several similarities to my past relationship. Hey, I said, cupping her chin to bring her face to me. Leaned over to kiss her temple, then coupled mine with hers. You give me a tour of the cave? I asked, endeavoring to take her mind off of the bullshit. She nodded. Followed the less than a half-a-mile trail into the cave that was the focal point of the caverns. The bustling of water provided a sense of calm when crossing the threshold to enter. Luminous incandescent lights affixed in the rock emblazoned the million-plus-year-old limestone deposits with hues of blue, purple, and pink. Handmade bridges arched over the periodic small streams of water that guided the almost 4-mile cavern system. Holes and dips in the stone created little hideaways on the trail. Emma unhurriedly ambled, articulating the history of this place as if she was a tour guide. The city neglected the grounds years ago. The university maintained it as a part of the School of Anthropology, up until 10 years ago when they discontinued the program due to low enrollment. The cavern was neglected again and became a spot for the homeless until about 5 years ago, when the first Black mayor in Monroe City committed to finding homes for the unhoused and revamp what was once a historical monument. Now it's a thriving venue. They host weddings, the summer fair, concerts, all types of events here. Once a month during the fall, the locals host a small business Saturday that goes on from the morning to what you see tonight. She clutched her hands behind her back as she continued to saunter aimlessly. And in the maxi dress, the fullness of Gemma's ass was profound. Sounds like you've spent a lot of time here, I acknowledged, playfully bumping her shoulder as we strolled. Honestly, I haven't been here since the university relinquished responsibility. But back in the day, she said animatedly, you were not a member of the clique if you didn't come to the caverns. It used to be the after-hour spot for college students. All of the fraternities and sororities would meet up here on Thursday nights. It was insane. Somebody would have music blasting from their car, but not as advanced as the guy in the pickup truck. Omega Oil and Alpha Punch would be flowing from random coolers out of the trunk of an even more random car. She chuckled at the memory. We would dance and stroll, among other things that we probably should not have been doing in public. But it was a good time. I'm sure the cops would have a field day with that. Shutting that shit down every week. I laughed. Yeah. Unfortunately, somebody decided to try to dive in the lake and got hurt pretty bad. It was shortly after I graduated, but they definitely shut it down after that happened. Is this over here? I asked, pointing to a large opening in the structure that was pitch black dark, other than a faint glare from the moon. Historians say that Native American artifacts were found here, and they believe that the people rested in this space. That's why it's called the home of the first people. The only part of the cave that offers a glimpse of the outside, so it's assumed they slept here to know when the day progressed to night, she schooled me. First, pointing to a plaque naming the room in the center of the floor, then to the slight opening above. If you stand in the center of this spot, it's believed that you can hear the echoes of the native people. Here. Emma extended her hand, drawing me closer to her. We stood face to face, holding hands. Close your eyes, she whispered, then tickled 4 fingers down my face. encouraging my eyes to close. Subdued, then bizarrely stronger whispers blared. For several minutes, I lazily opened my eyes, experiencing an unexpected peace. Gemma's eyes remained shut, almost meditatively. Regarded her for a lingering heartbeat, enjoying the momentary tranquility. Freckles. At this proximity, I could see the freckles again that were sprinkled at the peaks of her cheeks. I grinned a little as languid breaths slow danced between us. She leisurely opened her eyes, joining my subtle glee. Made me lose count, I whispered. What? She practically croaked, then swallowed as I glided the tip of my bent finger down her face. Freckles. Beautiful, I declared, scooping her entire face into the palms of my hands. Her eyes chased, frolicking to capture every fleck of coloring. Staring, she giggled, just admiring the visual. The thumb simultaneously stroked down her rosy cheeks, then swiped across her bare lips. Bit my lip through a closed-mouthed smile. Kissing Gemma was all that I'd been thinking about since our first and last kiss weeks ago. Still clasping her face, I softly kissed her, testing the situation to determine if she had any opposition. Response was quite the contrary. Instead, she offered a sexy smile, licked against the seam of her mouth, gently nibbling on that plump bottom lip. Emma parted, granting me permission to enter her delicious mouth. My tongue gleefully pranced and twirled, happy to be at home. Emma was surrendering as she caressed my head, urging me closer. Her nipples hardened against my chest, while my hands journeyed the length of her body. I'd been watching that ass all night, and I desperately desired a handful. Vigorously kneading, I gathered every inch of her fleshiness. Every dip and dimple rested in the palms of my hands. Our moans and groans entwined with the whispers of the forefathers as she welcomed each one of my greedy tongue lashings. I knew the origin of my satisfied tenor, but was curious about hers. As I kissed her, I envisioned us lingering in the afterglow that night in my bedroom, recalling the exact moment when I expelled my dick from her sodden, creamy folds. We coalesced as our bodies wantonly entangled, and I wanted to do that shit again. I would be a goddamn liar if I said I didn't want to slowly burrow my dick into her sweet-ass pussy, inch by inch. But more importantly, I simply desired her. What the hell was going on? I had just met this woman a few months ago, and I was ready, willing, and prepared to give her whatever she needed. Ooh, I moaned. She sang. Here you go again. Giving me a reason, Gemma. I roared, eyes closed, nose nestled into her neck. Said that before.
Give you a reason for
What am I doing? Giving you a reason to what? He questioned breathily, completely engrossed in the moment. Make a man look forward to another tomorrow. Make a man want to snatch you from right up under that nigga's nose. Every damn time I'm near you, you make me want to do so many things. I exhaled against her lips, licking and kissing as I spoke. Tell me, she requested, as her fingertips delicately massaged my ears. Want to take you home with me.
Oh,
A hot bath and scrub you from head to toe.
oh, spa day?
That's away all the bullshit from today, I said, circling my tongue behind her ear. And I want to lay you in my bed and rub you down with coconut oil.
What? Okay.
Pay special attention to these magnetic magnificent breasts and that swollen masterpiece between your thighs.
Coconut oil. What?
Cupped her pussy through the fabric of the thin dress, resting my thumb on her clit.
Oh my God.
Shit was so damn and so fat. Sluggish, circular motions paced with the rhythm of our breaths. She gasped, eyes rolling as she tossed her head back. After you're good and moisturized, I want to eat your pussy over and over and over again.
After he greased it up.
I professed, orbiting my thumb around her distended bud. Her legs grew weak as she fisted the collar of my shirt, holding on for dear life as the pleasure intensified towards an entrancing climax. And I want you to get a good night's sleep so I can wake you up and do that shit all over again, I said, continuing to mercilessly massage her treasure. I felt the heat of her nectar dampen through the dress as Gemma blaringly bayed her gratification, silencing the mythical whispers in the room.
Gemma, as much as I want you, damn, Jules, I want your ass bad. I don't think it's a good idea for you to go home with me tonight. Our first time together was after the bullshit you're dealing with. If you go home with me, we'll be after the bullshit again. I don't want that to be the story. I need you to want me because you desire me and me alone. Not because you're pissed at him. You, Jules, I hope you understand. I lifted my chin as if I could feel Ezekiel's touch against my face, like I did on homecoming night, when he spoke those words in the cave, after giving me the best and only orgasm I'd ever had fully clothed and standing on my 2 feet. When we exited, I had to get myself together because I was walking on wobbly legs like a baby giraffe after that damn orgasm. Thank goodness for the long black dress, because the evidence of my trampish ways trailed down my inner thighs, spilling from my center. Ezekiel discreetly placed a hand at my lower back, ushering me to the car. He offered me a handful of napkins from his glove compartment, confirming that I was a whole entire hoe in these streets. We settled in the car for almost another hour and chatted as if he didn't just snatch my soul. His sluggardly, circular motions against my clit were my undoing. I wanted him. Shit. Was a borderline fiend for him. But he was right. I had to separate my discontent for Quentin from this looming passion for him. Our ability to easily transition into thought-provoking conversation was my primary attraction to Ezekiel. Don't get me wrong, the man was fine, but his conversation made love to my mind. With the moist, still throbbing middle, I lazed in his passenger seat, considering his every word as he finally answered my question from earlier about understanding what I was going through. He said he'd been in my shoes, but I was curious about what that meant. I knew that he'd been married and divorced, but never probed for details. My ex-wife, Michelle, cheated on me. We were young and in love and had kids way too early. Once we were forced to tap into why we were together in the first place, our juvenile adoration and friendship wasn't enough. So I understand what you're going through, Jules. The shit ain't easy, no matter if you're the offender or offended. I recollected his admission. That encounter was 4 weeks ago, and I still couldn't cease the echoing of his words or the pulsating sensation in my pussy. We hadn't communicated much since homecoming, given his crazy schedule and my desire to isolate. I laid in the bed staring at the ceiling, circling my eyes with the motion of the fan. It was the day after Thanksgiving, and I'd already planned to enjoy a day of nothingness. Maxie and I had dinner yesterday at one of my favorite restaurants. I'm sure she would have preferred to be with one of her boy toys, but she chose to spend the day with me. My first Thanksgiving without my people. My parents were in southern Missouri visiting extended family, and Karan spent the day in St. Louis with her parents. Shiloh was spending Thanksgiving with Jordan's family in Indianapolis. I did not want her to go, but I understood that Shy needed some time away from me and her father's chaos. Thankfully, I trusted Shiloh completely. So if she decided to make grown-up decisions this weekend, I knew that she was protected. I was unsure of Quentin's whereabouts,
Who
and I
cares?
honestly didn't care. For the past 20 years, the Holiday and Warren families would celebrate together. But given the bomb I dropped during homecoming, things would never be the same. To Quentin's dismay, I decided we needed to inform our parents of our separation and impending divorce when they were in town for homecoming. He remained hushed the entire conversation, refusing to disclose the truth. He was placid until my father practically yanked him from his seat after learning that Quentin possibly fathered a child. The patterned knocking against the door disrupted my days. "What do you want, Maxie?" I whined, hiding my head under the blanket, prepared for her to come in the room and immediately open the blinds. "Good morning, sunshine," Maxie sang as she opened the door. "I have fresh coffee, croissants, cheese eggs, and bacon ready
Right, 3
downstairs.
miles.
And Karan is almost here. I'm not hungry. I will probably stay in this nightgown and in this bed all day," I sighed, rolling away from the gleaming sun beaming through the window. I was in a mood. Quentin still hadn't signed the divorce papers. It had been almost 2 weeks since I'd talked to Ezekiel, and I was horny as hell. "Jam, what's wrong, boo?" Maxie inquired, but I remained silent. "You miss him, don't you?" she said, placing a gentle hand on my shoulder. I leered at her, angry that she could always read my mind. I didn't need to ask who she was referring to, but I refused to acknowledge her accuracy. I did not want to miss him, desire him, but I did, desperately. "You can stay hushed all you want to, but if I were you, I would summon that dick immediately," she chuckled, and I shook my head. "That man came as soon as you dropped your location. I'm confident that he'd do it again." "I haven't talked to him in weeks, Max," I said, now sitting up against the headboard. "And whose dumbass fault is that?" she said.
Okay. So we are now on chapter 15. What do we think? What do we think? Miss Sus, what do we think about Dr. Green? Are we all feeling like he's suspect and like some kind of crazy news is going to come out about him? Are we waiting for the other shoe to fall? Are we excited that she filed for separation? How are we feeling about the story? Okay, I'm going to give you my report. My report is 3 miles, sweaty as F, 344 calories, bunt, and 58 minutes and 11 seconds. So you know I got to go all the way to 60. So, whoosh, that was intense. Lord, it's like these second day walks, they hit a lot harder than the first time in the morning, okay? I'm trying to make sure I know what you're saying. Leave him to attend to his baby. Oh, yeah. You know, I was thinking the wrong, girl. You right. I was thinking the wrong thing. Yes. Leave his ass to go take care of his child that he claimed might be his. Remember he said that? Girl, bye. Whew. Okay. So, no, I'm talking to you, Miss Leah. How are you feeling about Dr. Green? Because you said earlier on TikTok he was sus. It's just something about him that you know. So how did we feel when he was being Captain Saber? How did that make you feel? Oh, girl, bye. Okay. Look at us. Off my treadmill, like, oh It's okay. We're going to get you there, boo. Okay. We're going to get you there, friend. We're going to get you there. Okay. We are going to get you there. So we have two families in the building. We have our YouTube Live family over here who is listening to the book. And then we also have our people who are popping in over here on TikTok, probably wondering what the hell is going on. One, why is this lady so sweaty? Because I just walked over 3 miles, like very swiftly. So I'm in my cool down now of 59 minutes and some seconds. This is what we do. You can see right here on the top is the walking schedule. So we normally walk every morning, Monday through Friday, from 6:20 a.m. to 7:20 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so today we did 6 miles because today is a double day. So we walked in the morning and then again at 7 p.m. too. As you can see, it's 7:59. We almost at 8. We don't stop. At least I don't until my thing bang say 60 minutes. Then I stop because I'm not shorting. There we go. I'm at 60 minutes and 31 seconds. So I can stop. Woo! That was a good one. Okay, so if you enjoyed it over here, we encourage you to come back. We will be here at 6:20. Oh my God, look at all the sweat. 6:20 a.m. We will be here walking and listening to our book. If you were wondering what the hell is going on, welcome. Okay, I also will encourage you to go out there on Spotify and listen to my podcast. The Shame is on You, because currently you are in the Shame is on You book club. Okay, this is the Walk and Talk book club. It's a lot going on over here. Okay, so we are walking. We are not only getting rid of our winter guts and turning them into fat, juicy summer butts, we are also getting rid of all the luggage and the baggage and the weight. Some of us is taking a little bit longer because they hold it onto their suitcase, but we're going to get all of us there together. I promise we're going to be a whole lot lighter in our physical and mental. We're going to let some shit go. You know, that's what we need to do. We need to heal. We need to let things go so that we can be living our best of our best lives. Okay, so that's all we're about over here. Positivity. So if you want to be negative, you probably should swipe and go somewhere else. But if you want to be positive and you are focused on taking your 2025 in the correct direction of the best of the best you, physically and mentally, then you have come to the right place. Okay, we have all kind of resources for you for free, so you can go on to YouTube. People are on here in the chat, lovely people. That's why I kept looking this way the whole time, because we got some clowns in house that they are rereading the story to us as we listen to it. But it's okay, come one, come all. All right. We're just glad that people can join us. Okay. So anyway, we'll be back at 6:20 a.m. Eastern if you want to continue to walk with us. Okay. Make sure you have your water. Make sure you have something. You don't have to just walk if you want to be on your treadmill, elliptical, bike. Baby, if you got a damn jump rope. Somebody on here said that they was going to be losing some weight in 2025. That's what you said. It's only February, baby, and you probably didn't get started yet. So welcome. We're going to hold you accountable. I am your new accountability partner. Welcome. Okay. So you're serious about that? Then you'll show up. It's for free. Like, seriously, it doesn't even cost you anything. This is a free gem. All right. So have a wonderful night and enjoy your Galentine's. If you're a gal, happy Galentine's. See ya in the morning. Goodbye. Okay, I'm ending that over there because I'm coming over here now and focusing on you ladies. Thank you all so much for showing up again. Okay, to our fabulous walk. I do need to start getting the reports, because the reason why I say that is part of me is feeling like, am I over here sweating to death and y'all are just showing up for entertainment? Are y'all walking too? Okay. And we glad that you made it all the way home through the train. And yes, because you know what? After we do all this, we should have a celebration. Now, I know that we are all spread out along the East Coast. We're like straight in the line, seriously. So, okay. Well, okay, what these pictures about? What kind of pictures you over there taking? Okay, I haven't taken anything. I should. I should with a measuring tape around my thick thighs and booty that I'm growing. I know you heard it. Okay, don't be a hater because it is sitting, honey. Okay, all of this walking I am seeing. Okay, I am seeing the results of my hard work. Even if you don't, it doesn't matter. All right. I know it. I've been hearing extra clapping back there when I've been walking. Okay. Okay. The schedule is we come over here at 6:20 to 7:20 a.m. when your ass is in the bed. Eastern time. That's when we come over here, Monday through Friday. Now, the weekends, I let y'all go do whatever you do on your own. Okay. But I committed to doing it all week. So I do it even when I'm freaking tired. And so this week, we also walked for 2 days, which was Tuesday and today, Thursday. Now, next week, we're going to have to see about that because, you know, you have to keep switching it up. So maybe next week we'll just do like one double day. Okay. You can't keep doing the exact same thing. That's just not, it's not good. Okay. Baby, bye. Suck it up. Suck it up. You better be glad that, girl, you better be glad I don't live near you and we can get outside and run. Because I am, trust me, I'm not making that up. Plenty of my friends will tell you they asses have, girl, left me out on a porch. I'd be like, bitch, I know you see me on this camera standing out here. Okay. And they would not answer the door when they said that they was going to come and run. Fine. And then I would leave and go run by my damn self. Everybody always be like, girl, I mean, like, do you work out? I'm going to work out with you. And then they throw up and like, it'd be a lot. Like, girl, bye. But every time I always end up by myself. So, and I don't even care. Okay. So the thing is, we were doing really good. I know for sure from the gate, meaning from day one up to now, Esteem is the one person, Tanisha, has showed up every single day from day one to now. So really it's, you know, I'm trying to really keep up with all of us, but I'm really trying to see how much, you know, how productive you're going to be in terms of your weight loss, you know, and just see because we know we really did do, but I don't know. Other people probably like, bitch, please, just because she signed on to the computer, don't mean she was doing the okay. All right. You're right. I don't know what the hell y'all over there doing. All y'all asses is probably sitting down with y'all rolls, listening to Ezekiel, while I'm over here being like I am trying to be chase and escape from the local cotton field. Okay, I'm the only one that is truly being accountable over here because y'all can actually see me, and that is the truth. Okay, so what's the throwing up? Bye. Okay. So anyway, we all need to just keep showing up, keep being consistent. Okay. I'm very proud of you for continuing to show up, all of you. Okay. Even if you didn't start from day one, it doesn't matter. You can do this, do this, do this. I'm sure you're going to see like some difference. Okay. All right. The biggest thing is though, please make sure that you are drinking your water. Okay. Make sure that you're drinking your water. Okay. The fact of the matter is this, we are trying to get rid of fat, right? Not water weight, boo. Fat. Fat is only going to lose and leave your body two ways. Okay. Waste and sweat. So you already know the two ways and the two holes that you have for waste. So increase your fiber, make sure you're drinking a lot of water, okay? And then sweating like we're doing right now, or like I'm going to start doing next week for sure. I'm going to start getting in my sauna. Like I'm serious. One thing about me, I'm serious about the shit that I be doing. Okay. Cause this, to be honest, I was like, this is going to help me, girl, when my PT test roll around. I'm going to have a lot of energy. Thank you, Jesus. Cause I need it. Okay. Cause I got the lowest score this year in my history, which was a 90, which is way better than most people do. But I normally do not get a 90. That was very low. But I was so grateful because the way my leg was about to fucking completely fall off, I shouldn't have been out there doing what I was doing, but I did it anyway. But it is what it is. So this is going to help to get myself back as best as I can, without going to keep getting shots in my knee, how I've been getting, and going to physical therapy. But I'm over here trying to therapy my damn self. Okay. So it is what it is. So if I can do it, you could do it. Okay. Because I am fully injured and over here. All right. But it is what it is. So I'm still here because I still want to look good. I still want to look good. Okay. So guys, thank you again. Have a wonderful night. Hopefully you already ate something. Girl, if you didn't, it's too late. I'm one to talk. Girl, go ahead. Go eat a burger and a steak, boo, because I'm about to get on this wine. Yes, ma'am. I must after my shower. Okay. I'm definitely so that I can get some good sleep. Okay. Yes. So see you at 6:20. Thank you again for coming. You guys, please get some very good rest. Okay. But be here 6:20 because you know I will. Even if I forget my shoes, I'm going to be here. Okay. I'm going to be here. All right. And remember what we're not doing. Somebody is going to try to message you. It's going to look like HWD or WYD. We already went over this earlier. You're not available. You're not available to be side bitch Sally. You're not available. Okay. So no, do not respond. Absolutely not. Okay. We're not doing that. All right. So have a wonderful night. Enjoy your wine, your water, whatever the hell you're having. And don't blow your head off with your rose. That's the most important thing. Okay. Good night. Good night, good night, and good night. Okay. Make sure you please take a good shower because these toxins do not need to be being in your bed. It's nasty. And in your girl. I shouldn't have to tell you that, but I'm just saying. Because the way that we hearing about these folds that people be looking in, I'm not really sure. When I heard the word folds, I was thinking of a blanket. But okay, anyway, let me just go ahead and let my brain shut off. Okay. Have a good night, ladies. See ya in a couple hours. Bye bye.